Alright, man. Here's your Anakin Attack of the Clones. Just finished it up. Finished up yesterday, but finished the config a little while ago. Show you a couple things on it. So, Saberland, this is my old Anakin Attack of the Clones. This is a Tridcloudwalker run saber, so it's 1-to-1 accurate. This is the one I originally did last year sometime, where I had I think it was a Crystal Focus or a Petit Crouton 2.0 in it. So some of the things, this is redone for Owen. He wanted to buy this, so I had to rebuild it because there were some things I wasn't happy with, especially on how to get to the recharge port. Since then, I had done the one for Corbanth and wanted to redo this one in that light, so it'd be much easier to get to the recharge port and have a little bit more structure for the grips to be on and things like that. So here it is. It's all finished up. Some things that couldn't change, like the LED. It's a blue, royal blue amber. It is running now a Petit Crouton 3.0 with a 3.7 volt hack, so that way everything fits. It is really small inside. There's not much room. So the LED and the heat sink sit just behind those two accent LEDs. That means the blade has about an inch of depth, blade depth, that comes up a couple millimeters in front of those two accent LEDs. Your blade retention screws are, let me focus in on this closer up. Your blade retention screws are these two top screws here. I did machine a custom blade plug for Owen. He wanted to be screen accurate, so I made this one based on the MRLE. It's just a solid aluminum plug with the groove milled into it to match the milling on the rest of it. So you just change hands. Just loosen both of those up, and it slides right out. You'll see the Tri-Rebel LED down there. It shines past the accent LEDs, and you can see that it's just the accent LEDs just go straight in the middle of all the dice, so that doesn't really affect the brightness at all. What does affect the brightness is the distance between the LED and where the blade actually sits. Whoops, sorry, that wasn't on camera. But there it is. Your activation button is going to be this bubble right here, this LED. And this one is going to be your auxiliary. To get to the recharge port, I machined, well, I used the original, this is the original hollow core pommel from Tridcloudwalker's hollow core. But what I did was I had to cut the original off, cut it off here, or about here, machine down a lip so an aluminum tube can go over. I had to machine an aluminum tube to fit precisely on top of it. And that will hold the electronics, and that is secured by this screw here for the cover tech. You don't want to take this off. You don't need to adjust it. You don't need to tighten it. Don't make it any more tight than it actually is. Otherwise, you risk pulling those grips loose. They are adhered down, but you can, if you try to get that tight or take it off, you're probably going to screw something up. So don't bother with it. This, rather than putting machining a whole new piece, I wanted to use this because I really like the design, and then everything is really nice on this one, and it's already polished. So what I did was I made this a push cap. So I machined down, it used to be connected by a solid rod, so I machined that down, machined a groove for an O-ring, and I will include a couple extra O-rings in case over the years this O-ring rots away or gets damaged somehow, so you can just replace that. It's no problem. And if you do put a new O-ring on it, just put a tiny little bit of lithium grease around the side, so it doesn't. If it gets real hard to push in and out, it's pretty easy, but it's not going to fall out or anything. Once that grease dries up, it can get pretty hard to pull on and off. But your recharge port is right here, 3.7 volts. So you got that, and your SD card access is right through here with a pair of needle nose pliers. Just pop that back on. That wire is pretty stiff. Just pop that back on, and your activation button here. This is Black Star. Change fonts on the Petit Crouton. Push and hold on the aux, and it will go to the next font. I made a custom Anakin boot for that one. It's him slaughtering the sand people. Okay. I'm going to change to the second font. This is Halcyon. Okay, so then I'll just go back to Black Star because I just kind of like it. So this is Black Star. Let me go ahead and put a blade in it, show you how to put a blade in. So just back these out enough to where they're not, you don't feel them anymore inside the blade holder. Now this is a TCSS blade, and it's really tight. Some of the blades are going to be looser, some of them are going to be tighter. So if your blade is really tight, you want to twist it in. Trid's 1 inch is just really tight 1 inch. It's really precise. So you're going to have to really twist it in there. Tighten both these down. If your blade doesn't go all the way to the back stop, if it's too tight, this one won't really grab anything, so don't over tighten it. This one will be your blade retention screw. So, but they're both meant to be a blade retention screw for your blade. Oops, I just bashed the switch hands here. Change to the Anakin font. I prefer the Black Star font. I thought this was a pretty nice one for this saber. It's got some neat sounds to it. This is Halcyon. I like this. This one has some pretty cool sounds, especially the blaster sounds are cool.
You want to buy some death sticks?
I don't want to sell the death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
Pretty cool. Alright. Let's go to Black Star. The blaster sounds on this one have different sounds. Good neat. Alright, man. So there it is. There's your Annie Attack of the Clones. Pretty sweet. Just pull that off. Put the kill key in it. I'm going to let it charge for just a bit. Get it packed up for you. Alright, man. Later.